Listen, hi everyone, this is Daisy here, aka Professional High Priestess, and I have a quick chunk message for you guys. But listen. Give me 1 second because I just forgot something real quick. Hi everyone. Okay, you guys. This is Arjuna here, aka Professional High Priestess, and I'm here to do a quick channel message. Listen, guys, I wanted to say something. I literally, these karmics. I'm gonna tell you one thing. These karmics are going really far to keep you and your person apart, or just keep you trapped, or keep up fuckery. And you want to know why I say that? Because where I live in a high rise. My windows don't open. I saw a fly in my house. How the fuck would a fly get in my house? You see what I'm talking about? So these karmics are going hella crazy with this monitoring spirit fuckery because they have to find out at all costs what you're doing, how you're doing it, where you're going, etc. And they're gonna get themselves caught up with this nonsense. But let's keep on going, you guys. So basically what my guys were telling me was that they played with your heart and they played with fire. They bit the hand that spiritually fed them. You know, when you're dealing with these masculines or feminines, they don't understand like a kind heart, a good heart. They feel like because they're trifling people, they feel like everyone has ulterior motives or they're low vibing or they're looking for something out of them. On top of that, a lot of these motherfuckers were secretly jealous of you or they had something against you because of the way that you were healed and how you treated them. So they took that as an opportunity to abuse you or some shit like that because they felt like, okay, well, I'm abusing this person that gives me so much love and care, you know, they deserve it. Because a lot of these motherfuckers, they equate drama and chaos with love. You were too high vibrational for them. You were too healed. You were too focused on uplifting yourself. And they couldn't have that because they need low vibrational Pluto pussy or a Saturn scrotum and shit like that all up in their life. That's why a lot of karmics are going through hell and hot water now because they realize that lack of healing is what got them involved in toxic relationships with karmics, you know? And then it was another thing that we were talking about with rejection is protection in our channeling last week, where we were talking about basically they're forced to see your worth. You know, with this rejection is protection, some of the ancestors knew with these people how they really felt about you, things that they were doing in the background, the karmics that they were playing with, and they didn't want you involved. You know, so that's why they allowed these people to be removed from your life like that. But a lot of these motherfuckers are thinking about you. I've been thinking about you. Oh, nah. I've been thinking about you. Do you think about me still? Do you? Or do you not think that far ahead? Because I've been thinking about forever. You know, some of these motherfuckers now, divine feminine, because you moved on, it just now is dawning on them. Wow, this person is never going to fuck with me. I'm never going to get to have this person in my life. All that goodness and love, I'm not going to get to experience that again. So there's only one of you, divine feminine. There's plenty of karmics, plenty, but there's only one of you. Trust. Divine feminine, let's look into this. Divine feminine, divine masculine here. What messages do you have? They played with the heart and got burnt. Yeah, they played with your feelings. They played with your heart and they got burnt. They bit the hand that spiritually fed them. A lot of you guys, the only reason why your person is even interested in spirituality or something like that, your person or your karmic or whatnot, is because of you. It's because of you. You woke them up to that. They bit the hand that spiritually awakened them, that was supporting them. Some of you guys did clearing work or with for your person, or you got them down with the telepathic powers so they can see the spiritual attacks and shit like that they were going through, and they bit the hand that spiritually fed them by going to a play with the karmic and shit like that. That's why another thing too, the most I said it had to kind of be like that, because by you feeding them that Venus fruit, by them eating from your hands spiritually like that, that set them up for the karma and the judgment that they're in now. Even if there's other stuff going on, just by them having that in their energy field. Thank you so much, Azarina, for abusing you or talking down on you. That's in their energy field now. Now, another thing I did want to say before we go into the reading, I'm going to be doing round 2 of the return to sender. So join me tonight, and the sound is going to be different. There's going to be a different setup, etc. All right? Yeah, divine feminine, divine masculine, those of us who are healed, we worked hard on ourselves. They couldn't stand that because for them, it's like, fuck, like, you intimidate the motherfucker. It's not your fault. Oh, it ain't my fault. Yeah, you got deception right here. Some of these motherfuckers want to go marry karmics or marry your friend or get involved in other stuff, other relationships, other partnerships, deceived you. Yeah. Some of these people told you that they wanted you to marry them or that you were their kingdom wife or you were their twin or something like that. They knew about the connection. They knew that you guys were spiritually married and still went to go play anyways. What messages do you have? You got unrequited love, yes, because now you don't care. You abandoned me. Love don't live here anymore. Yeah. And for some of you guys, you're surprised that, wow, I was able to let this person go. I was able to move on. Some of these people are surprised that you were able to move on and that you did the work on yourself because some of them were delusional about how much you actually like them. Some of them thought like, oh yeah, she's gonna be here forever and I can do whatever and I can go in and out. You're like, nah, I'm done with that. Some of these people too, they were even putting love spells on you to keep you trapped and connected to them because they love the thought of you loving them. Just to have somebody high vibrational caring about them and stuff like that, they were feeding off of that. No more. That's done. Now these motherfuckers are going to start coming back for supply. What messages do you have, please? They played with the heart and got burnt. Yeah. What messages do you have? Played with the heart and got burnt. Some of you guys are moving on to your new person. Some of you guys are going on with your new person and your old person feels some way. Look at you got the religious factors. There was spell work even involved. Spell work, karmics having children. Maybe you even have children with this person. They were out getting other people pregnant. Maybe you were supposed to have a child with this person and they're just not realizing that. Some of y'all with the religious factor, some of these masculines are seeing and understanding that, oh wow, I'm powerful, she's powerful, or whatever. This is supposed to, whatever it is. Rainbow kid, all that type of stuff. Some of them are realizing that. Some of them are realizing that the karmic was only getting pregnant or having children to trap them. Yeah, and some of these karmics that were doing that, they regret it now because some of them are sitting next to your person, pregnant or with a child, but there's unrequited love there because of the deception. And you got religious factors. This is my spell work card in this deck, and the funny thing is, you see the Yank, you see the Star of David, you see the Hindu, the Om mantra, you see the crescent moon with the star from Islam. You and your person will probably come from like a high vibrational spiritual lineage, 12 tribes of Judah, the original Cometians, the original Hindus that dealt with Krishna and all of them, Dravidian Ardavasi blood and all that type of stuff. Your energy goes way back like that. And I feel like for some of them, they disrespected the covenant or the agreement with their bloodline overall, not just with you, but with that bloodline and with their DNA by going to go run with karmics. So by going to go run with these karmics, these motherfuckers lost their birthright, basically. What messages do you have? They bit the hand that fed them. Yeah, and then all the spell work that was going on and stuff like that. A lot of this stuff now, these people, the spells are breaking and they're realizing their romantic feelings for you now. That's what's happening. They're realizing, wow, this karmic has gone this far, or that's the magic really was real, or all of a sudden some magic is breaking, you guys. That's something that I am picking up here too. A lot of these masculines are going to be pissed off because in the time that they were doing all this, you moved on here with the unrequited love. You lost love for them. Whatever flower or rose that you had in your heart is shriveled up and it died. And then you kept it pushing, and now this motherfucker is waking up to the game like, wow, there was spells and there was all this and all that going on. That's why I'm telling you, these karmics that were playing this game, they're going to find themselves in a sticky situation where this masculine really hates them and wants to go ham on them because of what they're doing. It's 111 likes I said that. Okay. Let's get into this. You got finances and career. Yeah. Some of these people were just worried about clout. They were worried about their reputation. They were worried about what it looked like because you were spiritual or something like that, or you weren't socially acceptable according to karmics. Now what's happening is these people are realizing that you are actually their ticket. Like, it's like not their ticket, but by you and this person coming together, that was going to help manifest new beginnings for both of you guys, right? Because that's how some of these unions work. Okay, you get together with your person. That's when you guys get to have whatever the hell you want to have. They thought that they were going to go get that with the karmic. Or another thing too is this karmic, they were just trying for finances and to get clout or their career up off of your person. Now they're realizing that they traded in something real for something fake as fuck, for superficial Pluto pussy that's getting them caught up. Some of these people that went to go run with those karmics, and the same karmics that they thought were more socially acceptable because of whatever, for race, gender, economic purposes, or religious purposes, they thought that karmic was more acceptable, only to find out that this karmic was trash and just wanted it for money, and then they're still losing the bag. Some masculines are going to realize that some masculines or feminines here chasing after these karmics are going to realize that they lost their bag. They lost their spiritual bag. They lost their actual financial bag playing with the karmic, because that was the whole entire point. Some of these karmics are out even having children by these masculines, and they're cursed. Those children are cursed children. That's what they're campions. A campion is a mix between a spiritual person and a succubus or incubus. Some of these masculines are realizing that these karmics are breeding hybrid, are breeding campion children. And that's why some of these masculines are losing their spiritual legacy, because they allowed their semen or their blood basically to get tied into the karmic bloodline. And that's what all hell broke loose, because now they're picking up her karma. Okay. Yeah. You abandoned me. Love don't live here anymore. Clarify finances and career. Wow. Clarify finances and career. We got not today, man. With this finances and career, it says not dealing with hurt, avoiding a conversation, still angry. Some of these masculines have lost their job or lost their livelihood or lost their clout or reputation chasing after the karmic, but you were the one that was there for them the whole time. You didn't even want no money from this person. For some of these masculines, they get surrounded by bitches that just want them for money or something like that, or something superficial, but you actually cared about this person, and that's what scared them, because wow, like then I actually have to meet this person on a deeper level outside of materials and money and stuff like that. I can't do that. All I want is, because some of these masculines, they pride themselves off controlling women with dick and money, and they couldn't do that with you. Fuck with me and get some money, not fuck with me and lose some money. That's what I'm seeing right here. Now these masculines are realizing I shouldn't have even gone down that road, because by doing that, I lost everything. King of Pentacles then dropped down to the Two of Pentacles and Five of Pentacles, playing with two little pussy here. Some of these masculines are going to realize that dealing with this karmic is the reason why they're dealing with madness now, because they played with their twin. That's another thing I'm saying here too. 144 Lexus, I said that. They played with you. They disrespected you, and now they're getting financial karma. Clarify deception. You got the snake, exactly. Look at, and we've been talking about snakes being sacrificed and animals like that. Some of these masculines don't know how far these karmics were going with spell work and magic to keep them trapped in. They're finding out now though, because what was this snake card competition enemy? These karmics are going to deceive these masculines. These karmics are going to deceive these masculines, because you see that this man right here, he has a mask on, but she doesn't, and that's you like, hey, this bitch is a clown. She's using spell work. She's going to do this. She's going to do that. And the demon that's working through this karmic, the principality, is like, no, go. Come towards her. No, this is the real one with magic. But look at, they're both wearing masks, right? So this motherfucker had to go learn himself by go dealing with a snake or a ratchet ass karmic that was worse than him. That's how he had to learn himself. And this is also too why some of these masculines deal with karmics, because karmics are unnecessary. If you're a true masculine, you're not going to deal with no karmic. But some of these karmics, what's happening right here is these masculines have to go run with that karmic so they can learn about deceiving other people and the power of telling the truth. Because I'm telling you right now, everything that these masculines do to you, the karmic does to them. That's the whole entire point. So they can learn themselves and learn how to stop being codependent or disrespectful or superficial. Still not learning. Yeah, these karmics are going through a lot with the snake energy here. Thank you so much for the super chat. Yeah, chase her. Yeah, just to get engagements and rings and stuff like that. Look. Yeah, but I'm going to tell you right now, for some of these karmics that may get the ring or the baby or the title or whatever, it's going to be short-lived. It's going to be so short, and they're going to actually regret even trying to do anything to bind this person or keep them from whoever or whatever. I'm telling you right now, some of these karmics too, they cry every night because of their pig-ass behavior. And you guys want to know that something hella funny? Today, I don't know why, I just Googled something just, I swear, man, the intuitive hit's been crazy, but I Googled something, and there's a species of pig that's actually named after one of my karmic females. That shit was hella funny to me, which is confirmation again with this whole hand, foot, and mouth disease, stop eating pork. But it was confirmation again in terms of the spirit that they embody of low vibrational animals. Now, some of you guys are like, pigs are so cute, and but they live in filth. I'm just going to keep it hella real. These masculines want to go chase after pigs, bitches that live in filth spiritually, psychologically, not even just physically, you know? They want to go chase after pigs and shit like that because they're farmers. That's what they like. They like barn animals and shit like that. They like being in control. So they want to go chase after pigs. They want to go get dirty. Look, they went to go chase after snakes. Now they've been transformed into one. Clarify unrequited love. Now they got bit. They got bit by the snake. Venom all through their blood. Spirit is hella funny. They're like, you see, your confirmation. And then we were talking about Uncle Fidel with the Bay of Pigs as well. Be careful, because the funny thing is I did a little bit of research on that, and the day that Bay of Pigs happened is a birthday of one of my karmics as well. They're all pigs. So this thing keeps on coming up with pigs. So You know, I just have to tell you guys again, especially as divine people, I don't want you guys to get sick. But anyways, or another thing too can be eating magic. Another thing I'm picking up here too is, like we talked about this, jealous ass karmics doing spell work to try to mess up your beauty or your health or something like that. Be careful with eating pork or pork chops and things like that, because that can be the magic trying to bring you to food that's going to make you sick. That's how those eating spells work too. They feed you in the dream state, and then you wake up you're in the waking state, and then you go eat at a restaurant or something like that. That's going to make you sick. That's how they do it. I'm gonna do a whole thing on this. What do we got right here? Mask. Are we talking about this mask? Yeah. It says here, not showing true feelings and gaslighting. A lot of these motherfuckers were absolutely in love with you. They're like, that's the love of my life. That's the woman that I always wanted. That's the type of female that I'd always like to marry or something like that. But because of whatever mental illness or spell work that was being done, they just couldn't go through with it. They'd rather be in fake ass superficial shit that they knew was dysfunctional and toxic versus coming towards you. Some of these masculines, they met you right as they were realizing who the karmic was. But they still decided to go play with the karmic. They thought that they can make it work, only to find themselves into a deeper situation and deeper hole, even more fucked up. Lost you, probably not even getting to deal with the karmic and dealing with disgrace. And karma for biting the hand that spiritually fed them. Clarify unrequited love. You got the Cupid's arrow right here. Look at this. It says surprise invitation or meeting, hesitation. You want to know something? You got the girl with the snake again, with the unrequited love. You know, another thing with the Cupid's arrow, this is the spell work that I've been talking about. But you want to know something as well? It says with the girl with the snake, for both of you, for some of you guys as well, this masculine is realizing, for some of you, these people are going to try to come back into your life, and they're going to realize that you lost love for them because of the magic that the karmic did on you as well. Because trust me, it went both ways. They did it on his end and her on their end. Because these karmics are fucking sick. They will stop at nothing to find these masculines. Because remember, I told you, there is a familiar spirit running these karmics with the deep angel baby demon right here, trying to get these masculines to get together with them so they can reincarnate low vibrational ancestors and demons onto planet Earth, Cambions. Some of these masculines are going to realize it, but for some of them, it's too late. It's too late for all that lovey-dovey shit. I'm your masculine shit. On some other shit. You know what? But I'm going to keep it real. Some of you guys with this Cupid's arrow, have faith. There may be a turning point in the situation here. For some people, with the religious factor, something may change. But for some other people, I don't see that happening. I feel some of these masculines are going to come to the realization. I feel like some of them, just because you don't want them anymore, now they want you. Because it's this weird ass cat and mouse game. Like, how dare you reject me? So I'm going to come in, love bomb you, and then just play with you. That's another thing I'm seeing here too. Be careful, because there could be somebody doing spell work here too. For some of these masculines, they were coming around you just to get finances or support or something like that. Then realize that you were really there for them and you really had love for them, and they can't get that anywhere. They can't get that anywhere else. Or they were getting it from the karmic, but it's not the same. But it's like because you came with what they actually needed. He's what you want, I'm what you need. That's that weekend song. That weekend song. You know, these karmics could be what the masculine wants because of superficial shit, trauma, conditioning. But you are what they need. These masculines are starting to realize that there's a difference between wants and needs when it comes to love, you know, or relationships and stuff like that. They wanted a big booty bitch or a karmic that was gonna hit tricks and eat ass or some shit like that, or somebody that was going to be hella loose sexually and cause problems in their life because that's what gets them off, right? So that they can punish them with sex or something. Because some of these masculines are hella dysfunctional. That's the only reason why they're staying with these karmics, because they can get into weird shit sexually. They couldn't do that with you. Some of them are going to realize that that's not what they want. That's not what they needed, but that's what they wanted. But it's always wants over needs. And some of them are going to start to try to change their palette. This is what I need in my life. I need healing. I need balance. I need grounding. I need loyalty. I need somebody who's secure. I don't need all that ratchet shit that's going on over there. Some of them are going to realize that. But if for some, it may be too late because you're with unrequited love, you could have been moving on. Clarify, children. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. I'll be moving on. Yeah, Monica and Silk the Shocker, you done moved on. And it's good for your heart that you did that. It was good for your healing that you did that. For some of you guys, it's like, you know, the whole Abraham. Is it Abraham at Mount Sinai? I think it is. Where God is, okay, sacrifice your child. But he was willing to do so. But the funny thing is, it's like last minute, there was like a ram or a goat. Remember we were talking about this, and it was funny because yesterday was a full moon in Capricorn. There's a goat that was in the bush or some shit like that last minute, and he was able to instead sacrifice the goat. The Most High really wanted to see how well you are able to detach too. For some of you guys, they wanted to know, okay, are you willing to sacrifice this person for your happiness, for your connection to me? And you're like, yeah, I'm willing to sacrifice the connection. I'm willing to let go because I'm ready for more in my life. And the Most High's like, good, because you did that, and I saw that you're willing to do that, and now I'm going to bring this, now I'm going to give you what you want in terms of love and happiness in a relationship. I just wanted to see if you were ready to let go. And you were ready. By any means necessary, you did that shit. Clarify, children? You got keys on a ring, many options, unconventional, string along, one night stand. Some of these karmics are going around getting pregnant off of one night stands with your masculine. I'm going to keep it real with you. For some of you guys, your masculines don't really fuck with karmic like that. It may seem like it, and she's the one really putting it out, but some of these pregnancies, it's like stringing along, or it happened out of a one-night stand. This is not real love here. Or did somebody poke holes in the condom, or they sedated some masculine to get his semen or some shit, or stole a condom? You know, and these masculines don't really love these karmics like that. And it's 222 likes as I say that, and you guys are going to find this out. But also, too, there's something here about some of these masculines. They only went with the karmic because they felt that she was pregnant and going to have a baby, only to find out that that child was not theirs, that she was using a child that belonged to somebody else to trap him from somebody that he actually loved. Some of these karmics, so that may be the case, but then they're trying to get actually pregnant by these masculines. Just to say, oh, well, the first baby ain't yours, but the second one is. These bitches are sick, bruh. I'm telling you. Oh, I'm telling you, man. Be careful, man. Sunglasses. Because they're spying, perping, looking, watching. Didn't I talk about these familiar spirits? Some of these karmics have to absolutely know what's her beauty routine. What does she wear to sleep at night? What does she eat? Because she's trying to be you in every way, shape, or form. So these karmics are sick as fuck. Some of them have gone to do shape-shifting rituals where they try to tap into your consciousness and pull, so that, like, when you think of, like, when you're out and about the day, it's like, or you look at yourself in the 5D or something like that, you envision yourself, you visualize the karmic. They've done that type of ratchet ass magic just to confuse these masculines. You know what? With the religious factors here. Clarify religious factors. There was a whole bunch of shape-shifting going on. Seduction, boom. Yeah. Sex magic, chakra magic. Yeah. Yeah. Sacrificing animals. Yep. Shit is going down. And it's just unnecessary. Hella unnecessary. Let's look into this. I'll be moving. Oh no, baby. That's too much. Hold on, let me get these together real quick. Why is this happening, yo? Okay, maybe that's the deck that my guys wanted me to use, so that's probably why. Let me get this out here real quick. All right. Okay, I'm going to use the Angel Tarot because I feel like it's very fitting for this message, all right? And the fact that it just kind of fell and stuff like that, I feel like my guys wanted me to use this deck for you all. Especially because we're talking about religious factors and stuff like that. And especially if you're a twin, this is a major, it's like a spiritual partnership, so, you know, all that is going to be included. Let me get into this. Ooh. 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 Now she wanna fuck with my crew. Look. I just heard that song Bad and Bougie. Ooh. Ooh. Now she wanna fuck with my crew. Some of these masculines don't even know that these karmics are pregnant by their friends or been fucking on their enemies or fucking with their friends on the low. On the low. They don't even know. And they're gonna find out. And I'm gonna tell you right now, some of these masculines are gonna realize that these karmics actually not only don't love them, but she's just around to try to embarrass him. She has some type of fucking vendetta because maybe he didn't choose her in the past or something like that. And these masculines are gonna realize what the fuck they've been dealing with. They've been dealing with their enemy the whole time in this karmic, and they went to go sleep with the enemy. That's why they're dealing with hell and hot water and fuckery and chaos in their life now, because they went to go play with their enemy. At what expense? Okay, here we go. All right, guys, let's get into it. All right. Whew. All righty, guys. Where my boobies was lopsided. But you want to know another thing here too? We talked about this in terms of some of these karmics going to go get their body done to go look like you and all this type of shit with the seduction energy right here. Man, you want to know something as well? Divine feminine, divine masculine. Some of these karmics were like, oh, some of these people that you were dealing with, oh, I want her to have this or I want her to have that, only to not have anything at all. Oh, you want to know something? Give me 1 second. Fuck. I'm gonna catch that fucking fly. Man, this shit is crazy, man. Clarify not today. Ooh, clarify finances and career and not today. I told you it wouldn't work without batteries. Wow. 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 So with this, I told you, because this is what not to say during sex deck. I told you it wouldn't work without batteries with the finances and career and the not today energy. You want to know something? Like some of these karmics were like spiritually binding some of these masculines or draining their energy through sex or whatnot to try to keep them or constricting their chakras. And that's what got them in these financial losses or fucked up situations, right? Because their batteries are not working. Their spine has been tapped of all their kundalini energy. Clarify not today. I told you it wouldn't work. Finances and career. It says, when is it supposed to feel good? Wow. Some of these masculine, they want to go wrong with these karmics, like I told you, just because they're equally dysfunctional, you know, or the karmic guilt trip them, or because the karmic, they like to control the karmic with money or some shit like that. We talked about this material fuckery. And when is it supposed to feel good? They didn't get no satisfaction. I'm telling you, if you think that, oh, he's happy with the karmic and stuff like that, usually not. Not. And they play for social media, you guys. That's something that you have to understand. They play for social media. They do anything for clout. They're not happy, especially after he connects with you. I'm telling you right now, man, hit it and change my diet. Basically, some of these masculines, they didn't even have sex with you. Just connected with you spiritually, getting to be in your mind, taste of that spiritual process. That got them hooked. So now it's like their palate has changed, hit it and change my diet. Now they want spiritual women. Now they want a high priestess and an empress, but they're never going to find one like you. Never mind, I'll find someone like you. They can't find someone like you, but you can find someone like them or even better. Look how that works. Clarify mask. Clarify mask. I need another drink for this. Some of these masculines are drinking and smoking and hella deep in addictions for this mask. Because they're afraid to take off that mask. They were afraid to show you the real them. This right here, the real me. I had to make this one feel me. Some of these masculines were afraid to show you the real them. That's why they want to go play with the karma, because they know that they can form and play and lie and shit like that and not heal themselves. Now some of these masculines are deeper in addiction because dealing with the karmic has put them in more trauma and shit like that. Clarify religious factors and seduction. Clarify religious factors and seduction. It says the washing machine is beating us at this moment. There's no play here. There's no play here at all. I'm telling you right now, because it says the washing machine is beating us at the moment. Because you know the washing machine makes all those sounds and stuff like that. There's no play here. I'm telling you, and with the sex magic, even with all this magic that was going on and stuff like that, these masculines, I'm telling you, after dealing with you, they don't really bust nuts with these karmics. I'm keeping it real. Some of them even feel guilty fucking on other karmics because they feel like they're cheating. Clarify religious factors and seduction. It says any slower and you'll be doing it backwards. I'm telling you, they want no fucking parts. And then it says what tampon, because these karmics have put blood and shit like that in these masculines' food and drinks. And some of them have been lying, talking about I'm pregnant and they're getting their period. That's what it says, what tampon? Oh no, I'm not on my period, I'm still pregnant, remember? Lying. Or claiming that you did something to them to stop their fake ass pregnancy that was never existed. You guys saw that ratchet ass female on the blogs where she pretended for hella months, even at a whole baby shower gender reveal, that she was pregnant. And when they found out that she wasn't pregnant and the dude confronted her, they mobbed on his house and was causing hella problems. The police had to come, all kinds of shit was going on. Hella spread hella shit about him in the community. And she was never pregnant. Some of these masculines are gonna realize just how fucking crazy these karmics are. Sorry guys, I have to take a drink. I will buy you a drink. I got money in the bank. Some of these masculines here, when I told you that they're losing their money, some of these karmics only wanted them for money, but I'm gonna buy you a drink. These karmics are putting shit in these masculines' food and drink. These masculines are realizing now how deep this magic was going. Some of them were going against you. Some of them were causing problems. Man, ooh, yeah. I told you, some of the masculines are gonna, or feminines, they're gonna go commando Anubis for these karmics and start bringing judgment toward them. What's the deception and the snake? Clarify deception and the snake. Let's just get this over with. Wow, I'm telling you, they're done with it. Wow, look what this. It says this feels like throwing a hot dog down a hallway. And you know, we've been talking about hot dog and hot dog water and hot dog, diggity dog. Some of these masculines are realizing these karmics are dirty as fuck. But another thing here too is these karmics are wearing the spirit of death on them. That's what I'm talking about with this hot dog water fuckery that I was talking about. Because they come with the spirit of fuckery and death and spell work and black magic and witchery. And these masculines are starting to smell that hot dog water. But what the funny thing is, it feels like throwing a hot dog down a hallway. These bitches are loose as fuck. That's why this is saying right here, these bitches are loose as fuck. They do anything with their pussy. They pop their pussy for anybody. And some of these masculines are no longer sexually attracted to these karmics because without the sex magic or you know what they call this? Ooh, they sell this on Amazon. It's called it's called tightening cream. You put it in your pussy and then it makes your balls hella tight. Without all that shit, even with that, these masculines are like, I don't want to have sex with you anymore. It's done. Some of them are done with these karmics. Wow. Wow. Let's just get over with. I'm telling you, there's no more sexual attraction here. But you want to know something else here as well here too? That's what the karmics get though. That's what they get for playing this game, trying to separate you and your person and da-da-da-da. But some of you guys have lost sexual attraction for these people too. Some of you men that are watching, these women that you were dealing with, they're so deceptive. They were having sex with anybody. They were doing all kinds of shit and bringing that toxic ass energy to your door, you know? And you need to cleanse yourself as well from that. Because just as women can pick up toxic energy from sex, men can too. Clarify unrequited love. Girl with the snake, Cupid's arrow. Wow, you made up my mind. I'm going to become a nun. You want to know that something that's hella funny here with this girl with the snake unrequited love? Some of these masculines, with the Cupid's arrow, like it's like you're like not even, you don't even have time for them sexually. You're not attracted. You'd rather practice celibacy because you know that's what it says here. You've made up my mind. I'm going to become a nun. Some of you guys are like, you know what? I'm going to practice celibacy. I'm not going to be running around all that type of stuff. And you're getting that love that we were talking about, bringing the 90s back. You and your person. You guys are going to go into that type of partnership and union where you and your person are literally going to be bringing the 90s back type of energy. If it doesn't feel like 90s R&B, I don't want it. And that's because you practice celibacy and you love yourself. Clarify unrequited love. I told you, for some of these masculines are no longer fucking on the karmic with the seduction card. Clarify Cupid's arrow, girl with the snake. Oh, it says you're fired. Yeah, you fired some of these masculines. It's done. And it says here, you are almost as good as my ex. I'm telling you, once these masculines get a taste of your mind, a taste of your spirit, a taste of you in the 5D or in the 3D, it's over. That's why some of these karmics didn't want these masculines to come towards you too, because I'm telling you, hit it and change my diet. The minute that he would have got to you, it was 888 people in the chat as I said that. The minute that he would have got to you, that would have been it for the karmic. And she knows that. That you just stepping into his energy field would have blocked the spells, would have opened up his mind, would have shown him something real, something different. And they weren't ready for that. And I told you, some of these masculines have lost their job. They got fired. They've lost their reputations playing with some of these karmics, and that was by design. That's what she wanted. Some of these karmics wanted that. They wanted him to fall, just so that he can watch her go be with one of his friends that's still on top, or cousins, or some shit like that. That's what some of these karmics plan for these masculines. I already know he's gonna fall off, and once he falls off, it's gonna come out that I was fucking on his best friend or something like that the whole time. These masculines don't even know, man. These karmics who have been teaming up, tag teaming behind his back with his best friend or his family member and shit like that to bring him down. Ooh. I'm hearing something. I heard the name Joe. I want a baby. I want a baby. Yeah. So some of these masculines will have children with you with the I want a baby here. He's on a ring. And that's why some of these karmics were pissed off too, was starting hella shit. Now they're waking up to the spiritual connection. Now they want to have a baby by you, because some of these masculines are realizing, damn, man, like if I had a baby by her, like my child would be hella smart or special or something like that. Some of these karmic masculines, that's why some of them are trying to bind you. Be careful with some of these motherfuckers, man, because some of them just want to come in just to get you pregnant and give you a spiritual virus. Or to tie you down or bind you or something like that. Be careful. Clarify children, keys on a ring. Do you accept contactless? Wow. With this contactless, the keys on a ring, I told you, some of these karmics, oh, that's so disgusting. With the keys on a ring, many options, do you accept contactless? Some of these masculines are not even responding to the karmic with her baby fuckery. Oh, our kids this or our kids that. They don't even care. I'm telling you right now, like because the karmic may trap them, or maybe the child is not theirs. That's what I'm seeing right here. That's why, like, contactless. They're not. There's no contact, even if these people may have kids. That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you, these masculines are done with these karmics, but this is what they get. They bit the hand that fed them spiritually. Clarify this. Children, keys on a ring. Wow, can my friend come join after? For some of these masculines, though, they let their friends and family and shit like that persuade them, dissuade them, put shit in their mind, and they regret it now because they realize that those were their enemies, really. They are putting shit in their head to cause problems, to make them not see you properly because these motherfuckers wanted you for themselves. Some of these masculine friends, they were literally, because remember, we talked about this. I did a channel like that. Before you guys even come to this reality, there are other people that are set around you and your masculine to block you guys from doing it because they already knew that you were going to be coming in this lifetime with your Cashapp records. So they scam like familiar spirits following you guys, like we talked about with the deception card. So even some of these masculines, their friends and their family members and stuff like that, that's all by design for them to be around those masculines to try to block them when it was time for union, you know? And some of them are realizing that, like, wow, this person was just here to block my flow, block me from my person. Feminine energy is far from great. It's not at all. There's a lot of power as a man being in your feminine energy. You're at your most balanced. Don't let these distorted masculines tell you shit because you want to know what you're going to end up with: getting blood put in your food, acting like that, getting losing jobs and money, looking fucking stupid and goofy, losing divine feminines and trying to work against divine feminines as well too. That's another thing as well. Be careful. Be balancing your feminine and masculine energy. That's another thing. Some of these masculines were afraid. They didn't want to show that side of themselves, their emotions, the deepness, or the depth, or the pain that they were really going through. They didn't want to do that healing. That's what I'm talking about. So they decided instead to make you the problem. Well, she's weird because I'm fucking unhealed and toxic. Why can't you be like the karmic that just hits tricks with her pussy and cause problems for me in my life and brings drama? Some of these motherfuckers, they're wired for fuckery. That's why they couldn't deal with you, because they're wired to play with bitches that are messy, play games, fight and shit like that, because they really like fucking on their enemies. Because I told you, like, it's like that type of energy and behavior and dynamic sets you up for toxic, dysfunctional sexual patterns, where it's the mother or father energy being reenacted, mommy, son, daddy, daughter, or dominatrix or domineering type of fucking energy, or sadism, sex as a weapon type of fuckery. They like that type of shit because that's what gets them off. Even though this bitch is running my life and causing problems, I like this because when we have makeup sex, I can really show her who's boss. That's the type of shit that they like. Clarify mask. These people are fucking this. Ooh, clarify mask. Wow. I'm not even gonna. Kid says, can you please keep it down? My mother is a light sleeper. Some of these karmics were some of these karmic mothers were to blame for this, and these masculines are finding out. But some of these mothers were even told their son or their daughter, like, you need to get it together. Like, there's a reason why you met this person. I'm disappointed in the way you treated them. Some of these masculines, their mom has reprimanded them, though. I'm gonna keep it hella real. She told them straight up, like, you know what? I'm disappointed in you. You're not who I thought you were. I thought better of you. They told them, that's your person. You need to treat her better. You need to do this. You need to do that. Some of you guys who, your masculine's mom know about you. Some of these masculine's mom has told the karmic, I don't fucking like you. Don't have no baby by my son. Don't bring that shit over here. You know? And with this, can you keep it down? My mom is a light sleeper. Some of these masculines, mom, they're intuitive and they know what the karmic's been doing. They know who the real twin is. They know the truth. And they watch their son fucking fumble you. They wanted you to be a part of their family. All of that. I remember I told you guys, man, I used to be friends with this one dude. I would never date him or something like that. But we were in high school and they're Arab. And his mom was like, please marry my son. And, sometimes, in the Arab tradition community, like, there's some anti-blackness, but she loved the fuck out of me. She didn't care about that. And we lived in the suburbs at that point, so it was kind of like, that type of energy. And she was like, no, I want you to fuck with my son. Like, some of these mothers really fuck with you, yo. They watch your channel or they watch your platform, or they see you doing your thing and they like you, and that's why some of them are disappointed in their son for the fuckery that they were getting involved in. And this mom, me and her, I still love her till this day. And when her son would act the fuck out, all I would do was call her, and we would tag team him. Like one time he played games with me, and I called his mom so quick, we got his phone cut off. Don't fucking play. Yeah, and I feel like that's another thing too. Some of these karmics were even putting forward between you and your masculine's mom, because the masculine's mom was advocating for you, and she was like, "Oh fuck," because she knows, some of these karmics know how the masculine's mom can influence them, so they're putting conflict spells and shit like that. And you didn't even know this. You didn't even know this. To try to get her to dislike you on the sisters, on the brothers, on the aunties, or whatever, the women that like really fuck with him. But I'm gonna tell you right now, a lot of these masculines have female friends in their life that have been telling them, you should fuck with that female. She's higher than the other bitch. Why? There's magic going on. There's truth to that. Maybe we should get that checked out. Maybe you should talk to her and see what's going on with that magic. Yeah, some of these masculines, they have female friends and stuff like that that told them, no, that's the one. She's chill. You go fuck with her, even if you guys don't fuck with each other, whatever. That's still gonna be a good friend to have. Somebody good to have in your life. But the karmic and their magic, or their lies and deception and shit like that here. That's what I'm seeing here. Now motherfuckers are finding out, but you know what? This is going to backfire on the karmic, because what's going to end up eventually happening is this masculine, everyone around him is going to tell him, leave that bitch alone, period. Don't bring her around. Or this masculine is going to lose people by bringing this karmic around. For some of you guys, that's what's happening for some of your karmic masculines now, or people that you left behind. They're realizing this now. The karmic was only here to get me isolated so that I have no friends or family or anyone to depend on, so that she can take control. That's the whole entire point of a narcissist. She wanted to keep him isolated so she can continue to be abused and get their way and stuff like that. No, don't call your mom. Don't be with your sister. Don't be with your friends or your cousins or stuff like that are going to give you good sense. Be with liars. Be with me. I'm a snake. We have fun here. Shedding skin, shape-shifting, lying, and poisoning people. Clarified not today. Finances and career. You got the sun card.